I think that I feel like not that we didn't really butt heads. I like when I was growing up and I was in high school, I felt like they didn't have a lot to complain about, if that makes sense. Cause my sister, like she was older, so she like she came home drunk once, or like she got her belly button pierced. And so I just learned from watching. I'm like, okay, don't come home drunk. I didn't have my first drink until I was 19. So in college, or don't get your belly button pierced. Like a lot of the things like kids did in high school, I did in college, and I was away. So I learned, I didn't really have, I guess I had my crazy time. I feel like because my parents, like my mom and their sides of the family, they came over when they were really young. Mm-hmm. So my dad came over and he was born here. And then my mom came over when she was like 12. So I feel like they had more of the experience that you guys had. And as opposed to me actually having it, because my aunt, when she was younger and she was becoming a nurse, like she was offered a position in Hawaii, and my grandpa was like, no. And she was like, yeah.
Aloha. Yeah. Aloha to you.
She was like, aloha. Yeah. So I think that I'm very thankful that they did that for us, if that makes sense. Of course, like me and my mom, like we had like arguments here and there. There's actually, I think there's one time that I did say something to her and she like slapped me. And then I was like, and then she was like, and she apologized. This is like in high school, but I feel like it was super tame. Like now we're trying to build more of a relationship because like from my perspective, I think she just had more to worry about like with my dad. And for me, I'm like, I'm way more like chill. Or when I was a kid, I was like more quiet. And like, I wasn't a problem child, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really have much to clash with her on, because I think for me, I was like I could tell like her and my dad's marriage was falling apart. Yeah. And I'm like, I think subconsciously I was like, I don't need to add any more stress to that. That's already stressful in itself. Yeah. And then once I moved out, the unraveling of that took place. So it was like, that was more of her focus. And for me, I'm like I said, I was like, I don't need to add any more stress onto this because I'm worried about them. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But of course, like we've had like our arguments, but I think most of my focus or like that clashing didn't really happen because other things were going on like in the midst of it. Mm. I'm just like, whoa, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be less of a problem.
My mom's like, don't give me any more problems.
Like, okay, well, the thing is, they were used to the fact that I was becoming a quote unquote problem child while I was going through puberty. Because I was Maylin. I was perfect. I had the grades. I had the extracurriculars. I came home after school. I did homework. I would go to an advanced math thing on Saturdays. I was that kid. I was a Kuma dance class, like freaking piano lesson ass bitch. But yeah, like I was that perfect kid until I was like, I realized, oh, I don't have friends. Ooh. Like I have like school friends. I see them at school and then I just never hang out with them after. And I'm like, they're like, oh, let's go to the mall. Let's go here. And like as teenagers in the 2000s, the mall was the place to be. So let's go to the mall. I'm like, I can't, I have homework. Like we have the same homework. Yeah, but I have to do it today.
Oh man, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Raising Jordan when he's a teenager, because thankfully his school district's pretty empathetic. They hardly give homework because they get the part of kids needing to be kids. The staff is pretty young. The principal is probably not that much older than me.
Hell yeah.
So it's nice seeing like
gotta love it.
A new, at least a younger generation trying to think of kids' mental health. One of the things they talk, I forgot what it was, but there's music, there's dance and all that stuff.